All right,
I've got about
we're live. We got about 30,
we're live.
45 minutes. Yes, we are live. Don't talk about your gay orgies and don't talk about your cow fetish.
Ah, damn.
Ugh.
So you missed us a week because Jake was busy doing homework that he neglected.
That's actually a true statement. I neglected it, and as a result of me neglecting it, it meant that I had to do a lot of last minute shit in order to pass class, in order to go to a school that now I'm not even going to the school because of COVID, so it's distance learning, which is good because that means I can pack my shit while I'm out of school because I'm moving.
Yep. So
Mm-hmm.
when does that school start?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Um,
Stop drinking piss, dude. Tell you, they say it's good for you, but it's not.
the school starts on the 25th.
What's the school for?
So I can be the most awesomest guy in charge of the licensing and driving programs of any unit. So I go somewhere and I'm just the expert on testing and licensing and driving.
Why can't you sign up for a school like you know how to determine if night vision is good or how to repair night vision so they can keep it or you got to throw it out?
Oh, because that's an actual MOS that requires you to go to school for months, which means
Gotcha.
you'd have to reclass. But uh, yeah, yeah. So that's. I mean, I'll be here, but I will be like sitting in front of my government laptop in like a Zoom class, I guess, kind of format.
Oh man, I mean, you know how to use OBS, so you set up a pre-recorded thing where you're kind of, sitting there and looking attentive and then, scratching your head like that and then throwing a
Uh,
little bit of static and it goes back to the original loop.
I'm not.
Just let that loop for, however long in your class. And
I'm not really worried about the class. I'm pretty sure I'll just pass by just showing up and getting a
well,
pulse
yeah,
and
and I'm not saying you won't learn, don't pay attention at all and learn, but that way you're not on camera, so you can just turn to your other computer and I don't know, play a video game while
why
in class or
why not?
yeah.
Um, no, I just it was funny how I got this class. I bitched about the fact that I wasn't getting classes, and then I was supposed to take this class back in August. I should have been done with this class already. And there was a piece of shit that was in charge of schools, and he retired, so I didn't get it. And then I got it, and I
Dude,
won.
be careful what you say. I mean, they're prosecuting and throwing people in jail for criticizing their superiors.
He's not my superior. In fact, I outranked the guy. But I mean, he was a piece of shit. Ask anybody that worked with us. They're like, "Oh yeah, that guy, he's a piece of shit." It's like let me give you an example. So you're a soldier, right? You're a soldier. You're supposed to do soldier stuff. Okay, and if you can't do soldier stuff, then it's time to get out of the army, right? Right? If you can't run, if you can't shoot, if you can't whatever, time to get out. So they had a range. They had a weapons range, and in particular, it was a small group. It was a SF group, I think. It was a SF group that came through, and they wanted us to run the range for them. And the range that they wanted us to run was basically it was like a 2 mile engagement range. Like you started off and you were in your kit, and then you march off, you know, 200 meters later, the targets come up, and then they engage the targets. They go down, and then you do this for, it's a mile out. Okay, so it's a mile out, it's a mile back. Now, the day one is like the walkthrough, just the walkthrough, just the walkthrough. There's no body armor on, there's no Kevlar. It's just you are walking behind the SF guys while they hold their weapons, right? Because the SF guys, we're just there to check the block. Like most of the time, they run their own ranges, but because they're here, they have to have somebody run the range for them because it's the SOP. So
Well,
you were walking. This dude had to walk. I think a mile, no kit, 80-degree weather. Breeze.
This is the piece of shit you're talking about.
Yes. That dude dropped out after 400 meters of walking. He just couldn't do it because he was a broke dick. You know? And then subsequently there were other things throughout the tenure.
So why didn't he? Don't they have physical ability? You know, your tests, annual tests, or
something like that, but nobody ever kicked him out. Nobody ever. So they let him stick around for another 3 years, and then they let him retire. But whatever, dude. Fuck him. He's gone. I got the school. I'm gonna finish the school. Huzzah! So I got that going on. I'm moving. Did I tell you the guy? I know the guy that's buying my house. Did I tell you this?
you did not?
Okay, so the guy that's buying my house, I did a little research, like Facebook snooping. I was in the same unit as him when I was in Georgia the second time. So I was at Benning. So I knew this guy. Like, I knew him. I knew he was like a really good long distance runner. I knew he was like training for the Army 10 miler. Subsequently, we go to the commissary yesterday, and I run into him, and I just straight up go up to him. You know, we got to wear a mask, military installation, because of our glorious overlords. And I just walk up to him and I stick my hand out and I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" And he's just like confused as shit, you know. So I'm like, "Hey, you remember me? Like, you were in this unit?" And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." I was like, "I was in this unit." He was like, "You were, you know, I remember you. You did this and you did this and you were a really good runner." He's like, kind of looking at me like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Dude, okay, are you cheating on me?
No, 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 no. His wife and
All right.
his wife was there. His wife was there. Three boys, and I was just like, "Yeah, by the way, you're buying my house." And he's like, "Is your house this address?" I was like, "Yeah, that's my house." He's like, "Oh, wow, what a small world." I was like, "Yeah, I know, what a small world." So I was like, "I'm not really supposed to do this, but maybe next weekend you can come over, and I'll have like a barbecue for you guys." You know. So next weekend being what, the 29th?
23rd and 24th.
Oh, 22nd. You're right. 22nd, 23rd, 24th. Yeah, you're right.
Because
There.
I've got a wedding on the 23rd
Yes.
and a
Wait.
concert on the 24th.
Is this a Tool
And
wedding concert?
nope. Actually, I won't even go to the show. It's not, and that's not a real big concert. It's a club show. But a friend of mine in California is getting married, and just so happens that one of my favorite bands was scheduled to play that Sunday night, the day after the wedding. And I need to go to California to bring some stuff back up anyway that I don't want to send with the movers, which is a good thing because they lost two fucking boxes or misplaced two boxes and my bass guitar that I've been waiting for and thinking I was going to have this weekend and had planned to spend all afternoon tearing apart and fine tuning. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. So I got a wedding. And but one of the members of the band, or some of the members, tested positive for the Rona, so they're currently not on the tour. I don't know if they're going to be back and performing by the time that Sunday rolls around. However, might not even be able to get into the show because you have to have a negative COVID test within 72 hours. And if I get a test on Thursday before I leave, then I'd have to do it in the evening to fall within the 72 hours. So I can't get a single dickhead from that venue on the line to say, "Hey, you know, do you just do it by 72 hours by days? So like if I get it Thursday, then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm good." Or if I have to go, you know, try to get a test late in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bunch of hokey bullshit. And I don't even know if I'm going to have, if I have to have like the hard paperwork that they send. I don't know. We do shit differently here in Idaho. We don't give a fuck. We're not scared. But going to California, they're masked at a metal show, and yeah.
So you get scared going back to California?
No, I don't like it
Mm-hmm.
because they're, you know.
The woman did point out it's like she's like something she just discovered. She's like, "Oh," she pointed out that your state is like a haven for uh, Californians, and I was like, "Yeah," I was like,
So is Texas. So is Colorado.
"Yeah," but I mean, I guess if you want to go by numbers,
and to a
like,
lesser extent, Arizona.
why would Californians go to Arizona?
Just I don't know. They are, but a lesser extent than Idaho, Texas, Colorado.
Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. But anyway, yeah. So she pointed that out. I was like, yeah, there's a lot of them that go there. Homeboy went there
Yeah.
for his reasons. So,
Well,
uh,
I transferred with my job. They wanted to transfer me, so I took it.
mm,
So I'd want to move out here anyway, and worked out great for me.
yeah, 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 yeah. I'll
Got
say.
settled in and said see ya, and kept the move. Stayed long enough to keep my move bonus and all that. And
So, what is the deal with? I mean, we haven't talked about your butthole in a while. Is your butthole good?
my butthole's pretty decent now.
And your back's pretty good.
Still a little bit uncomfortable, but it's not oozing anymore. So it's not an open wound. It is quote unquote healed. It's just still sore tissue.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So, you'll drinking stream in like a couple weeks.
You know, I yes, I did get the okay that it is okay for me to drink on this new drug, the new medication. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in fact, I went out drinking last night.
What'd you drink?
Um, oh, it was a bar that only served like the canned cocktails because um like the line to get a liquor license is crazy. Um, like 4 or 5 years long.
Mm.
So, but it was called what's the place called? I'm not gonna name locations I go to, but it was a bar that's like a gamer bar, and they like have at the bar they have like console games and old Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis stuff like that. They got a bunch of the good classic. They had the Terminator 2 video game. They've got Gauntlet. Oh, I love Gauntlet. But the most fun thing was they had like just shelves of different tabletop games to play. And so we played oh fuck, I can't remember the name of it. One game with by Cyanide and Happiness, those that artist.
Oh, that's almost like the. It's a spin-off of the other game. Fuck. Hold
Words
up.
with Friends or not or uh
Uh, I
fuck.
played. I played the game. Um. Oh my gosh. Everybody knows what it is.
I know. And I'm just
I like type it in adult card game, and it Cards Against Humanity.
that's it. No, it's different than
Well,
Cards Against
it
Humanity.
is,
Quite a
but
bit different.
it's a little different, yes, but it's the same concept.
Yeah, it's fun. But we also played this Deadpool one, which was almost like Cards Against Humanity, also, where you put one card out of like Deadpool doing something, and then you get all these different quote cards, and you've got to like come up with the caption for
Mm-hmm.
that. But there's like a blank in there that you fill in with one of these little like dry erase markers, and give it to the editor or whatever.
Uh huh.
So that person then picks what the who which is the best, and then the win that was the winner. So then they get that point. So that was fun too. But by that point, we had already been drinking for a little bit, so it didn't take long before we decided, let's just drink.
Trying to think of
But
that Cards Against the Cyanide game is.
let me look it up. I should know it because they had a raffle, and they had a raffle, and basically everybody at our table had a chance to win that. And this one gal won it, and then she also, or no, she won two of them.
It's called Joking
But
Hazard. Is that the one?
Joking Hazard, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Great game. Gonna probably end up getting it. A lot of fun. Good social game. We're gonna play Exploding Kittens, but we sat at that table and thought it'd be cool to try that one.
Mm. Yeah, that the joking hazard. It's like you fill a phrase in. So it's basically like dirty Mad Libs, inappropriate
Mm-mm.
Mad Libs, right?
No, that Joking Hazard. They take they whoever's turn it is, he draws, flips over a card,
Uh huh.
and that's like one scene in a three scene
Yes, yes,
strip,
yes, yes, yes. Okay.
and then they play a card
Right.
either before or after that one,
Yeah.
and then all the other people then play their cards hands or face down, so you don't know who's who,
Right.
and they pick the funniest one.
Uh huh. Yeah. Yep. 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 Yep.
But it's a
That's.
good game, definitely a lot of fun, and I'm pretty certain we're going to pick that one up.
Uh, so, drank with your friends. Uh, played some cards.
It was a they had a Comic Con in Coeur d'Alene, so it was like the after party for that. We went to the Comic Con to one of my friends was exhibiting there, so we went for that, and we saw the bar had a booth there, and so we talked to them and like, oh, they're having this after party thing. All right, sounds good. Let's go.
Uh, excuse me. So this, getting back on your thing, you're going to the physical therapy on the regs now, right?
Training, just working with a personal trainer.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I mean is like you're going daily, so it's basically like you're going to the gym daily, yeah.
Well, yeah, in a sense, I'm going to the gym with quotes 3 days a week, and I'm going to yoga 5 nights a week.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got massage therapy 1 day a week, and
Dude,
I gotta recycle the chiropractor into this.
that sounds like such an expensive regimen. You're like it's almost like you're
It
a
is.
superstar athlete or you're a
It's
superstar
almost like I'm
celebrity.
trying to rehabilitate to get back to normal.
I know, but I'm just saying like that regimen between a chiropractor, a massage therapist, a gym dude. Like what else you got going on? Like you have essentially three people following you around daily. Well, probably not daily. What's the chiropractor like? Weekly, monthly?
I haven't gone to the chiropractor in about a month. I need
Mm-hmm.
to start. I need to go back though. I need to call him tomorrow because something's not right in my back
Mm.
or neck.
I actually
Um,
fucked my back up like last Monday.
do take care of your back.
Well, dude, the thing was I was just doing lightweight in the gym, doing lightweight, and I was like, yeah, I'll put on this. This is normal weight, and I squatted, and I heard a pop in my back, and I was like, oh shit. And I was like, well, I'm not debilitated, so I finished the whole workout, and then I got home, and I was just like, oh,
Get
so,
that checked out.
I don't know.
Hopefully it's just a chiropractor thing and not a some impending doom.
Hmm. Yeah. I yeah, yeah, hopefully. Um
But if it persists, get it checked out.
mm,
I mean, I'm just hyper paranoid at this point because all my stuff came from an auto accident, 20 some years ago.
yeah.
They're probably agitated by the last car accident a couple years ago.
You just need to stay out of vehicles. In fact, you
Yeah.
just take helicopters like Kobe Bryant did.
Oh yeah, that works out well.
If you're not Kobe Bryant, it works out well. Uh, uh, Well, dude, we've been gone for a couple weeks. Is there anything in particular?
Well, we just skipped 1 week. This is week,
Yeah,
we
so
just missed 1 week.
we missed
It's
one
been two
week, but I
weeks.
mean, like that's basically 2 weeks worth of shit.
Yeah.
S- Like you
I know. I
take,
had a lot of shit to talk about last week. And then like, oh, I can. I don't remember any
well,
of that shit.
you don't remember anything you want to talk about besides your wedding and metal shit?
No, just I want my fucking bass guitar. I was like super ready for it to be here.
I don't know why. Like, so the bass guitar, right? That's not the one that you wanted. That's the one you already had that you were getting from your dad.
No, no,
This
that's
is.
the one I wanted. I've
I
got
thought you already physically had that.
no. Okay, so I've got two guitars currently sitting in my storage unit because I'm not playing either of them. I've got one sitting right behind me that I play pretty much every night. As my poor fingers, I did not work my fingers up to the callus like I did before. I just jumped into it, started playing, and my fingers hate me.
Mm.
Um, and then, although technically that was my wife's, because it was not in storage, and I just decided I wanted to play bass and grabbed it. And yeah, the one that is currently, I believe, still in California, um, is just it's the style I want. It's not the exact one I wanted because I wanted one with a maple body, but it's still a Fender Precision with the light maple neck, and it's a metallic blue, so I don't have to paint it. So I just got to put the Steve Harris pickups in and the new scratch pickguard, reflective one or chrome one.
Okay.
But I had all today. I was like ready to just waiting for it to come off the truck so I could get it ready and just do all the fine tuning on it.
So we ever gonna have a podcast where you just do a bass session the entire time?
No.
Ba-doom, doom, doom, doom. You what?
I will admit though, there have been times where I have like when you've been going off on something and keep going, I just like pick up the bass and start doodling. So
Oh yeah, I do the same thing. I just scratch my balls. That's what I
I know, but we can see you. You can't see me
do.
yet.
Yeah, well, we're never gonna see you. I've already come to grips
Yeah,
with
you
you.
will
No,
eventually.
no, no.
It's going to happen.
I just put you down under that category of like the mask. I'm never ever gonna be able to get rid of the mask, and we will never ever see you again. So I'm cool with that. I'm even cool with wearing the mask all the time, for work, for work. But I go into stores and I don't wear that shit. I don't wear the shit. I don't wear it in Walmart. I don't wear it in the gas station. I don't give a fuck. I ain't wearing that shit. But if I'm at work, I don't really have a choice because I can get in trouble. But yeah. So actually, hold on a second. Uh,
I know I asked you, but are there rules about what kind of masks you have to wear?
no. In fact, I
But
was at a town hall. This dude legit had a pantyhose. Like I was looking and I could see his face, and nobody told him shit. So I was just like, oh, okay, that's
well,
dope.
no, I mean like the one I wear when I have to says obey on it.
Hmm.
So could you wear something like that?
Oh yeah, you definitely can't wear anything with logos and shit and words.
Not a
They
logo. It's just words.
Yeah,
No
right.
logo.
Nothing. You can't wear anything. So it has to be all black or all white. They let
All
you
right. What
wear.
about a camo pattern?
I think they let you wear a camo pattern. Yeah,
All right. So I'm gonna get one for you, and you got to promise me you'll wear it. It's a camo pattern.
but if it says anything or it has anything
It
on it,
won't say anything.
I
I
I
mean, the pattern's made up of a bunch of camo dicks, but if you don't, if you look closely, you'll realize, holy shit, that's just a bunch of cocks all over his face, like last
why
Saturday night.
why do you have a mask with a bunch of
No, no,
camouflage?
no. I don't have. There's material. I know someone's got the material because she wanted to make some pants out of it. Her camo pants.
Is Why does she have a camouflage pattern with a bunch of penises on it.
Because she found it amusing.
Okay. Okay. Hold on 1 second. I am going to do a date calculator. Do you know what day we are on 15 days to slow the spread? Do you know which day that is?
Oh fuck no.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find out the. Let's just say March 16th, 2020. Okay, so 580 days to slow the spread. That's what we're on, roughly. Roughly.
Yep.
You know, I really want to have like these guests on. There's a lot of people that.
Yeah, what happened? Did you talk to Rad after that? What did that little bitch have to say?
You need to hit him up too, and I also want to bring Corey on, but I just don't want a big fight with Corey.
It'll be a big fight. Well, it won't be a big fight. I'll just sit there the whole time calling him a fucking cocksucking idiot.
That's what. Well, that's yeah. But I want to bring him on because I want to see where his mind is. You know what I mean? I want to see. Maybe I want to hear him say, "Yeah, I was wrong." Maybe I want to hear him say, "I'm sorry." Maybe I want to hear him make excuses.
If he apologizes to me for being a douchebag,
yeah, sure,
then I'll be here for that.
Yeah. Question though. Did you watch the Joe Rogan, or did you watch any of the snippets of the Joe Rogan thing?
No.
I really wish I had Spotify, but I can't afford that shit because I would like to go back and listen to that. That Sanjay Gupta guy, he just got fucking schooled. Got schooled by.
Isn't Spotify like $10?
It's $10 a month, but I mean, I pay like $20 a month for fucking Netflix. I pay like another, I don't know, X amount per month for Amazon. Then I pay X amount a month.
Cut out Netflix.
Cut out Netflix. You understand like the.
How much Netflix do you watch?
The kid watches it. It's for the kid. Like we put fucking.
How old is he?
Dude, what do you mean? Okay, listen.
Have you not learned how to download?
No. Download what? What? What do you want me to do? You want me to run an HDMI cable from my fucking desktop all the way downstairs to the fucking TV? Is that what you want?
Oh my god.
What do you want? What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to pirate things, right? And put myself in because I've gotten kicked off the internet for pirating before. So what am I supposed to download?
Well, Netflix is how much a month? Like $20 a month now.
It's like $17.99 for the 4K package.
So get rid of Netflix and then get a VPN and Spotify.
So what?
And you can use a VPN to do your downloading and.
So check this out. So now I have to download it onto a computer, all right? And I have to be here to unlock the computer.
Or a flash drive.
The flash drive doesn't work in this TV.
Is it networked? How do you watch Netflix?
Netflix. Well, it's plugged into the.
Roku or something like that.
No, it's plugged. The TV is a smart TV, but okay. I can tell you that the files I normally download MKVs when I pirate shit. They're MKVs, and I download MKVs because they're better quality. But the TV only.
So I mean, if you really wanted to, you could run a little quick Plex server.
I could, sure, awesome, but that's me. I'm not here most of the time.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, you could just set up a Plex server to run, and then they go in the app Plex app, and watch whatever you have in your Plex library.
Okay, so what streaming services do you use?
Do I use or do we pay for?
What do you pay for? What do you pay for?
Hulu.
Just it. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, get rid of it. Get rid of it. They support Black Lives Matter. They support a lot of bad shit. Why would you give them money?
There. Because I can. Because I'm not whining about not being able to afford Spotify.
Pirate it. No, it's not that I'm whining about not being able to afford it. Can I afford it? Yes, but you look at like what is the only thing I would use Spotify for? To listen to a Joe Rogan podcast. Am I going to pay $10 a month to listen to 4 podcasts? Probably not.
Well, then you know what? Pirate that.
Probably. That's probably the thing you pirate.
And doesn't he do shows every day?
I don't know.
Isn't
I,
his
I,
show
I
a
assume
daily
I
show
assume
thing?
that I assume that he was doing it on the weekend. I was assuming, he's been doing the show for what, 20 years is what you said, like just about 20
Something like
years.
that.
So I was
Like yeah,
assuming,
early 2000s. I think
and
2003.
I assumed he was, he's up to podcasts like 1,000 something something because he does it every weekend. So let's just fucking look. I don't even know why. We do a lot of speculating, and then we have to like go back and check on it anyway.
Check. Fake news.
Yeah, we don't want to be. We don't want to be.
CNN.
Yeah. So, Joe Rogan and JRE. Holy shit, there is nothing on here. Videos. Okay, 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago, 4 days ago, 2 days ago. Gain of function. Oh, so I guess he does something just about every fucking day then. Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
it. Okay.
So you could pay $10 a month and get all the Joe Rogan you can take.
Here's the problem, though.
You could take Joe Rogan deep.
Here's the problem. Like, I Joe Rogan is he's an intellectual thought guy. He'll say some
Sorta.
he'll say some off the wall shit occasionally. That's like you'll sit there and you'll be like, that's not a bad idea. But most of the time, you're just me at least. It's like, bro, smoke your dope and do your thing, and I will leave you alone. But I don't give a lot of credence to what he says. But like with the whole CNN and the Sanjay Gupta thing, like I did listen to 5 separate snippets. One having to do with the ivermectin bullshit that CNN was saying about Joe Rogan. The other thing had to do with Joe Rogan not taking the vaccine. Another one had to do with the vaccination, the pushing of vaccination to kids, which are at no risk. Like there were 5 different things I listened to a guy who's not a doctor shit all over a fucking doctor that works for a propagandist network, and it was beautiful. I know you're not on Twitter, but you kind of are. You should probably look those up. They were great. It was great. And just like hearing this guy tell a doctor, like, dude, come on, dude. Like, no, this is what you said. You did this. No, I listened to you guys. And you guys were happy. And no, you guys gleefully ran with it. Just hearing this guy. But, I don't know. I'm not a huge Joe Rogan fan. Not like you. You're a Joe Rogan fanboy, which is cool. It's cool. But I don't know. I'll tell you what. You actually have Spotify, don't you?
I do not. I won't get Spotify. I don't want Spotify.
Yeah, well, Spotify's. I don't exactly agree with Spotify either. I kind of put them under the category with Hulu. And I don't like Netflix because I don't like them, but they did that Dave Chapelle shit, which I give them a little credit for because they.
But speaking of Joe Rogan, before we go, have you seen this?
I've been drinking lots of water. Joe Rogan promotes ingesting liquid commonly used as engine coolant. That is great. I need you to send that to me. Like, send that to me ASAP. That's a good one. I fucking hate that Brian Stelter dude. Amazingly, that guy is married, and someone actually had sex with him, and he has children. Like, how? Who fucked that guy? Shame on you. That's a good one. You didn't watch the Chapelle show shit?
I did watch that.
And
It was all right. I didn't think. I think the people bitching about it haven't actually watched it.
I would agree with you.
I think that or if they did watch it, they only took what they specifically wanted. They didn't listen to it. They just were looking for something to be angry about and didn't actually listen to what he was saying. I thought,
shit. Yeah.
I thought it. I mean, it was amusing. I like his sketch comedy better than his stand up, but yeah, I think really what it comes down to, I think, oh yeah, the people who are all up in arms about it are up in arms because they didn't actually watch and pay attention to what he was saying.
Mm.
and that's part of the problem, which is what he was saying. And, uh, I remember like the family of the trans comedian that he referenced at the end
Mm-hmm.
even came out and was like, "No, this is, this is great." What was their name?
Yeah, I know you're talking about the one that offed
I know.
herself.
Well, I'm
That,
trying to remember her name, but
wait. Okay.
they said she would have loved it. Would have loved it and appreciated it. We've just been laughing her ass off, and you know, what the fuck? Why can't everybody just accept that comedy is meant to provoke? He's not. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't. I'm not gonna defend him. He can defend himself, and has,
Mm.
and
Well,
Netflix has.
I don't think he's not that he defended himself. He was just like, whatever. You can't fucking basically you can't cancel me,
Yeah.
and I don't care.
One thing that pisses me off though, the stories that um there's another one that was going on. No, that was Apple. That's a different one. Okay, so this was so the headlines read something like Netflix fires activist employee who complained about Joe Rogan online, or Joe Rogan, who complained about the Dave Chappelle special online. And but while technically accurate, what happened was that individual and others barged into a meeting,
Right.
of like a manager's meeting or something like that, and were being, thought they could get away with like the protest bullshit in the workplace.
Right.
And, no, fuck that. So they fired them. That's why they got fired, not because they were talking about or you keep talking about Joe Rogan. Not
Yeah.
not because they were complaining about Dave Chappelle, but because they barged into this meeting and wouldn't leave or whatever. But all the articles just say, "Oh, Netflix fired this activist," and blah blah blah. There was another one too. I think it was the same. It was, or no, I think there's actually a different firing. I don't know. I don't follow the stuff that closely anymore, but it was they were the one who released how much Netflix paid Dave Chappelle. That was, he got 25 million for doing that for that show, that special,
Mm-hmm.
and they got fired. You know, but they released confidential information. And there was another headline. That was the one I read today. That was like, Netflix fires, but that one actually said that that transgender activists who leaked, how much they paid or something like that. So they actually were more honest there, but it's all bullshit.
Yeah. I'm I'm I like put it this way, dude. I still have issues with Netflix and all these mainstream entertainment companies, but it is nice to see him like put the foot down. There's a
But here's
lot.
the thing, though.
What's up?
No, about putting the foot down. They're doing is they're there to make money.
Right.
They may put a rainbow flag up for their splash screen when during Pride Month, or the black square on their Instagram, when it's called for.
Mm-hmm.
But they are a business, and that is their social media uh, employees, managers, making these decisions to sell more Netflix. And there was some pushback about that movie Cuties, and
That's my main issue with them was that, like, I know you're a libertarian and you feel a certain way, but when you have like fucking 12-year-olds twerking and like some of that shit that's in the, like, I don't know, man. There's legal, like, that's borderline pedophilia and child porn to me. Like, they shouldn't have fucking put that out there. I don't give a fuck if
so
it's.
so is all those little pageant shows. Same fucking thing.
I don't know if the pageant shows are showing kids back behind the dressing room, like, actually, like, shirtless, topless. I don't know if they're showing these. The thing is, like, it's different when you watch a pageant, because a pageant would be like NBC filmed the pageant, but like this was a Netflix original. So like they
It
actually,
wasn't. I don't think it was a Netflix original.
I thought it was. Hold on.
I don't know. 'Cause I think it was actually made a while ago and won an award in France, of course. Maybe it was the Cannes Film Festival or whatever. Cannes.
So it removed cuties. It came after Turkey's media watchdog Artuk in September ordered the streamer. Okay, so only in Turkey. Let's see. Trying to, I guess I gotta log in to see this.
Yeah, it's not that big a deal, is it?
Well, I hate being like this is like the like you bring up a solid point. Was it a Netflix? Is this Netflix or is this
They may have exclusive distribution rights, but it wasn't made for Netflix.
Okay, so it is a Netflix film. It has the N up there. It says Netflix film. It's rated TV MA. It's called provocative tags provocative emotional drama. You know, but even still, like it's different when you're forming an actual beauty pageant versus you are filming little girls doing sexually suggestive, like little girls, like like it just I don't know. Think of your daughter. Think of your daughter. You're with her. She's like fucking 8 years old. She wants to be a cheerleader or dancer, and you see her fucking doing this shit, like, and then you see somebody filming it. Like, how do you feel about that? I don't have to have a daughter to know how I feel about it. So that's my biggest thing with Netflix. I'm glad that Netflix is telling these woke shitheads to get a life because I feel like I absolutely agree with you. I feel like they do the black square and the rainbow just to make money. Totally do. Right? And but I also feel like you have the Coca-Colas and you have like all these other people that when they tell you to cancel somebody, they do. It's not enough to just put up the black square or the rainbow flag. Like you have to cancel somebody. And in reality, it's like nobody fucking cares until you cancel somebody. Like you could not. What did Coca-Cola canceled the All-Star game, or they did something with the All-Star game in Georgia, or they said something about it because of it was it was racism by requiring voter ID or something like that, right? And I just quit buying Coke products. I'm like, because that's bullshit. Everybody knows you need a fucking ID to buy alcohol, which is a constitutional right. You need an ID to buy a fucking gun, which is a constitutional right. Why don't I? What fuck it? I need an ID to vote. Everybody makes a big stink about that, Fucking done with Coke, but I don't know me, but I agree with you.
Which part?
I agree with you on Netflix just doing shit to
Make money.
make
That's
money.
because they're a business.
Right. Absolutely. And I agree that they should have kicked those people out of the fucking company a long time ago.
Why?
Well,
If they do their work,
but no, but I
and,
mean, go ahead.
no, if they do their job well, and why kick them out if they're not interrupting meetings and stuff? If they do their job, what's wrong with them protesting after the fact? As long as they're not releasing confidential, information, company information, or disrupting meetings and things like that.
I just feel people like that okay, so you're only talking about how it affects the corporate. But when you're talking about like you and me, the worker bees at the place, like that shit could affect the people they actually work with. You
They're
know,
worker bees too.
they are, but I mean, like activism really doesn't have a place in the workforce. It doesn't matter if you're in the army, it doesn't matter if you're at Netflix. Like that's just too divisive. That's like every day you come to work and you and I just debate whether or not abortion should be legal or illegal or every single fucking day. Like how does that help anybody out? Like we're there to work. We're there to write scripts. We're there to hire actors or fucking secure locations to film. Who knows why we're there? activism does nothing to improve that. If this is our job, we should just be talking about the job at work. If you have an activism bullshit, then you fucking take that shit outside of work, out of the hours of 9 to 5, on your own time, in your own workplace, at your own house or something. You don't bring that shit into corporate. You don't bring that shit into the workplace. Period. Like, I just feel like those people, they just the way that they made that statement, like, get the fuck out of here. We don't have time for this. You're out of here. You're fired. Kind of Donald Trump style. They just need to do that to everybody. They didn't have a fucking meeting, and it's like, I don't give a fuck who you voted for. I don't give a fuck what religion you are. I don't give a fuck how you feel about abortion. You come to work and you fucking work. This is your first and only warning.
Please direct all hate mail to Jake at
yeah, JWAG35 at yahoo.com. That's my personal one, but or fucking tweet me on Twitter. But this same thing with the Army, man. It's like, if it doesn't help the communication or the shooting or the moving, if it doesn't make you a more lethal force, it doesn't belong in the Army. We don't need to talk about all this stuff, because you're gonna piss somebody off, or you're gonna piss a lot of people off, and then you have to fucking bring everybody together and have a meeting and fucking stroke feelings and egos, and it's just, I don't know. But good.
I mean, that's being disruptive. But if like, what they're doing, if they say, hey, in an open meeting, not in, a meeting they're invited to, and where they're talking about planning and this and that, saying, hey, we might want to consider not having this Dave Chapelle special anymore because blah, blah, blah. Well, sorry, that was decided several months ago. We've got this big deal for X number of specials, and, we're committed to that. So we're going to finish that. We might circle back afterwards.
She say circle back.
That's okay. But, barging into a meeting that you're not a part of and disrupting it because you're upset they're doing a Dave Chapelle special, that's a completely different thing. So when you say activism in the workplace, I mean, say you work for some company, engineering company.
Okay.
And all they were doing, their whole business was making bombs and selling them to Iran.
Okay.
Or somebody who's bombing innocent civilians or whatever.
Okay.
Would you speak up about that? Like, hey, could we maybe sell these to, the United States instead?
But now you're talking about the ethics.
Let the United States bomb the children overseas instead of Iran.
But you're talking about the ethic. You're talking about, if I was somebody, would I speak up and protest the company I work in? So basically what you're saying is, would I be a Colin Kaepernick? No, I would not. I would not be a Colin Kaepernick.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. Would you speak up at the meetings? You go into a meeting and say, hey, this is kind of not cool, guys. Or, but yeah, then the Colin Kaepernick thing is going into work and kneeling through the meeting, and
well, basically
everyone's going, hey, what the fuck, dude? And
yeah. Basically, Colin Kaepernick is the epitome of hurting the bottom line of the company, because you're protesting some shit that's very sensitive, and you are actually the product, and you are obstructing from people enjoying the product, and therefore the people paying your salary, the only way they pay your salary is if they sell your jerseys and they put fucking people in the stands and fucking, concessions. And if people don't want to come to the game because you're bitching about whatever, then you're, you know what I mean? Like, that's like me protesting my job. But you're talking about these people protesting Dave Chappelle comedy special. Like, first of all, like, fucking grow up. Like, just grow up. I even had to tell some people on Facebook, there's this dude, he's a troll. He posts memes. They're not always accurate. They're like, he's like Sal the organist, right? That guy used, just fucking agorist, whatever. And I would just, they weren't even accurate, because the memes were made in like 2020 and now it's 2021. So obviously the death rate's gone down in some of these memes, right? Or whatever. And I just had to fucking remind people, like, you're adults and this is comedy, this is satire, this guy's a troll, fucking get over it. I'm just surprised I have to tell 40-year-olds that. But dude, man, fuck those people. I'm glad they got fired. We should start fucking canceling them. Like I told you a couple podcasts ago, I would just love to fucking not have to deal with politics. I would just love to not have to deal with any of that shit. But the fucking left won't let you. They will make you get involved, and if you don't pick their side, then you are in trouble. You are obviously on the bad side. All right. But you got anything else to add to that, sir?
Nah, just to touch on Colin Kaepernick, I don't think he hurt his brand. I think that the NFL had the right to say, not, this is how we run our show, and by participating in our show, then, you're supposed to stand or blah, 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 blah. I think, however, I think the way he did it was wrong. If he spoke up, on his own time, so to speak, perfectly fine. Mm-hmm. But just to throw that last bit at him, I don't think that the reason he is not hired is because of his activism. I think it's because he's a substandard quarterback who thinks he's a fucking god. And, I just remember the Jaguars were looking at signing him until his girlfriend got mouthy with him online in public and on Twitter or something like that, social media. And he probably would have been there if she hadn't, started all that. Mm-hmm. So, why hire a substandard quarterback with a lot of drama attached? And, yeah.
Yeah,
dudes got to pick their women better.
Yeah. Yeah. What's your final word, sir?
Final word. Well, gentlemen out there, the 19 of you listening, pick your women better. If you pick the right woman, you're not going to have all these issues. So, I've got a great fucking wife. She's awesome. Hell, we'll be out walking down the street and she'll point out, hey, 3:00. I turn, there's yoga pants. So, pick a woman who looks out for you. Doesn't get, fuck shit up for you. And taxation is theft.
What a weird couple. Well, everybody, thanks for tuning into the show. If you could, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, comment, share the video.
We will not be here next week.
Dislike the video because we won't be here next week. Dislike if you're listening. If you made it
this time it's because of me though, not because of Jake.
Yeah, that's cool.
This time I've got a wedding out of town and I've got to venture behind enemy lines into California. Hope I can secure a safe border passage to get out and back into the United States of America, where we've got freedom and liberty. I'm gonna have to actually wear my fucking mask for pretty much the whole weekend.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like fun.
Yep, loads.
But
and now I'm probably not even gonna get to see the show that I was like, all right, yeah, I could make this work.
Yeah. Well, that being said, I am going to get out of here and go get something to eat and clean up the house and get ready for fucking work. Some of us got to work for a living. You bum.
We'll mix the money.
Yeah. You thank me for my service later, sir. Down there.
I'll thank you for your... Yeah, exactly.
Very,
I'll thank you for that service, when you've done it, man. It's been a couple years since you've swallowed my load.
Whoa, Jesus, man. It's all based on ambiguity. You have to be obscure with it. You just can't be blatant. Yes, we are having gay sex. You have to make... God, come on, man.
Fuck that. Be loud and proud.
Yeah, well, okay. Let me get the let me get the producer to put the Pride Rainbow up at the end of this. So, but anyway, thank you all for tuning in. We'll see y'all in a couple weeks. That being said, I'm Jake.
I'm Drake.
This is Jake Drake Show.